So the next methodology what we have to see is MM hypothesis. So MM hypothesis states that Modigliani and Miller hypothesis, as it's a irrelevant theory. Modigliani and Miller hypothesis is nothing but irrelevance theory of dividend. So as per the irrelevance theory, it says that the dividend decision does not affect the market price of share. So whatever may be the dividend decision, the share price of the company remains same. That is what proved by MM hypothesis. Even though there are many criticism in this, still this Modigliani and Miller hypothesis have proved that dividend decision does not affect the market price of the share. Here the assumptions are perfect capital market, no taxes, fixed investment policy, no risk, and R equal to K. So this is what proved by our assumptions used by MM hypothesis. And here the formula to calculate market price of share is P1 equal to P0, 1 plus KE minus dividend. P1 is the market price of share. That is what we have to calculate. And P0 is nothing but current market price of share. At present, what is the share price? That is the P0. K is cost of equity capital, and DAV1 is dividend per share. According to MM hypothesis, a firm can pay dividend, and if they require any additional capital for investments, they can get by retained earnings or by issue of new shares to the shareholders. So according to the MM hypothesis, this is what the very important thing. If they require any additional capital, either they can get from the retained earnings, or they can go for issue of new shares, but they can pay the dividend too. That is what the hypothesis suggests. That then suppose if they want to issue new number of shares, how to find out the new number of shares is MP1 equal to I minus X minus N into D1. This M is what the number of new shares that is to be issued. The P1 is when dividend is declared or when dividend is paid by the company. That time, what is the share price? That is what this P1 equal to I is nothing but how much investment, new investment they want to make. This X is nothing but the current net profit of the company. This N is nothing but the current outstanding number of shares, equity shares. This DAV is nothing but a dividend per share. So this is the formula which is used to find out the share price. This is the formula that is used to find out the share price as per the MM hypothesis. And this formula is used to find out the number of new shares as per the MM hypothesis. Now let's take up this problem. So this problem, what is given is ABC Limited belongs to a risk class for which the appropriate capitalization rate is nothing but the K value. So the K value is given as 10%. It currently has 5,000 number of shares, that is outstanding 5,000 shares, selling at rupees 10 each. Sorry, rupees 100 each. The number of shares is 5,000, selling at rupees 100 each. The firm is contemplating the declaration of dividend per share. So the dividend per share is rupees 6. Again, another information given in the problem. The next, the company expects to have a net income, that is the net profit of 50,000. So at present, they have 50,000 as the net income, and they have a proposal for making a new investment of rupees 1 lakh. So the new investments they want to make as rupees 1 lakh. Show that under the MM hypothesis, the payment of dividend does not affect the value of the firm. So which means we have to use MM hypothesis of dividend, and we need to prove that the dividend payment does not affect the value of the firm. So now one more question they have asked: how many new shares to be issued for new investment? So now first what we can do is, see, we have to find out the value of the firm or the share price when the dividend is paid. Okay, when the dividend is paid, what is the share price? That is what we need to find out. The formula is P0 into 1 plus KE minus D1. P0 is nothing but the current share price. The current share price is given as 100 into 1 plus KE. KE is nothing but the capitalization rate or cost of capital 10%. 10% is 10% means 0.10 minus D1. D1 is nothing but dividend per share. Dividend per share is given in the problem as 6. So now we need to simplify. 100 we can keep as it is. 1 plus 0.10 is 1.1 minus 6. Now multiply these two first. 100 into 1.10 means 110. Minus 6 means 104. So when dividend is paid, the share price of the company is rupees 104. Then the next condition is when dividend are not paid, what is the share price? We need to prove that. So when dividends are not paid, so which means the current P0, current share price, that is 100 plus 1 plus KE means 1 plus 1.10 minus dividend. Dividend is 0 here because they are not paying the dividend. So now 100 multiplied with 1.10. So 1 plus 0.10 is 1.10. 100 multiplied with 1.10 means 110. So now, how they have proved both are same. When dividend is paid, when the dividend is not paid, the value of the firm remains same. That is what the value that is given to the shareholder is same. That is what proved by MM hypothesis. What they said is when dividends are paid, which means the value is under 104 rupees plus 6 rupees has been given to the shareholder as a dividend. 104 plus 6 is also 110. When dividends are not paid, the share price is 110. So that is what proved by MM hypothesis as per this problem is concerned. Now, one more question they have asked: how many new shares to be issued for new investment? Because company is planning to have a new investment of 1 lakh. So in that case, how to calculate the new number of shares? This is the formula to calculate the new number of shares as per MM hypothesis. So let us use this formula: MP1 equal to I minus x minus n into d1. This m is what we need to find out. This p1 is nothing but price of the share when dividend is declared. When dividend is declared or when dividend is paid, that time what is the price of the share? That is what we have to use. That is 104. M into 104 equal to this I is nothing but investment. So how much new investment they want to make? 1 lakh rupees. So here this I is nothing but 1 lakh minus in the bracket x. X is nothing but net profit or net income. Net profit or net income is 50,000. So we can mention that 50,000 minus this n is nothing but number of shares that is already available. Number of shares, how many shares available in the company already is 5,000. So this 5,000 multiplied with DIV1. DIV1 dividend is dividend per share is rupees 6. So we can mention that 6. So now we need to simplify again. M into 104 equal to, we can keep this 1 lakh as it is, minus this 50,000 also we can mention as it is. 5,000 into 6 is nothing but 30,000. So now we'll simplify again. M into 104 equal to, we'll keep this 1 lakh as it is, minus 50,000 minus 30,000 is 20,000. Now M104 equal to 1 lakh minus 20,000 is 80,000. Now M is what we need to find out. M equal to 80,000 divided by 104. So when we divide these two, what is the value we can get is so 80,000 divided by 104. When we divide these two, we'll be getting 769.23, which means 769 shares. So M equal to 769 shares. So the new number of shares, how much the company wants to issue is 769 shares they want to issue to get an additional investment of 1 lakh rupee from the existing shareholders or the new shareholders. So this is what the MM hypothesis problem, and this has been proved with this problem also. Gajini Limited currently has 10 lakh equity shares outstanding. Number of shares is 10 lakhs. Current market price per share is 100. That is current market price per share is 100 given in the problem. Net income currently has 3 crore rupees. Net income is 3 crore rupees and the new investment budget is 4 crore rupees. They want to make a new investment of 4 crore rupees. Cost of equity 10%. The company is contemplating a declaration of dividend of rupees 5 per share, assuming MM hypothesis. Now, as usual in the previous problem, we need to calculate the market price of share if dividend is declared and if it is not declared, and how many equity shares has to be issued under both the options. Now, this is the formula which I have told you. P1 equal to P0, 1 plus KE minus D1. So now current market price is given 100, dividend per share is 5, cost of equity is 10%, that is 0.10. Then this P1 is what we have to calculate, the price of the share at the end of the year 1. When dividend is declared, so the same, the current market price per share is 100 multiplied with 1 plus KE. KE again, the cost of equity, that is 10% means 0.10 minus dividend per share. So because when dividend is declared, which means they are giving the dividend, we have to mention the dividend per share. When we simplify, we are getting 105. So when dividend is given or when dividend is declared, the share price of the company is 105. Whereas when dividend is not declared, the share price is 110, which means the dividend becomes 0 here. The share price is 110. Now, we need to find out the number of new shares. Okay, so if you want to find out the number of new shares to be issued, so this is the condition. That is, when dividend is declared, that time if you want to issue this share, then this is the condition. So this we can calculate using the formula what we know. So we'll take up this formula. This is the formula. So now how to calculate the new number of shares based on this one is this M is what we need to find out multiplied with the P1, that is the share price when dividend is declared. When dividend is declared, the share price is 105. So we can use that 105 equal to the new investment. Investment, how much they want to make is 4 crore rupees they want to make an investment, and net income is 3 crore rupees. So we can use that value. So 4 crore rupees minus net income, excess net income, that is 3 crore, minus N. N is nothing but number of new shares. Number of new shares is 10 lakhs. So 10 lakhs is the number of new shares multiplied with dividend per share. Dividend per share as per this problem is 5. So when we multiply, how much we'll be getting is M into 105 equal to, we'll mention this 4 crore as it is, minus this 3 crore also we'll mention as it is, minus 10 lakh into 5 is nothing but 50 lakhs. Now again we will simplify. M into 105 equal to this 4 crore we can keep as it is, minus 3 crore minus 50 lakh is 2 crore 50 lakhs. 2 crore 50 lakhs. Now we will simplify again. M into 105 equal to 4 crore minus 2 crore 50 lakhs means 1 crore 50 lakhs. 1 crore 50 lakhs is the value. Now we require the value of M. M equal to, we have to divide these two. So that is 1 crore 50 lakhs divided by 105. When we divide, how much we will be getting is 1 crore 50 lakhs divided by 105. We will be getting 1,42,857. 1,42,857 new number of shares to be issued as per the hypothesis. So this is how we can calculate the number of new shares. If company wants to make an investment, then this is what the company can go ahead with calculating the new number of shares. Then I will see the one more problem. This is again the another problem. The same methodology we have to adopt. A V company limited currently has 1 lakh outstanding shares selling at rupees 100 each. The firm has a net profit of rupees 10 lakhs. Net profit is 10 lakhs and wants to make a new investment of 20 lakhs. The firm is also thinking of declaring a dividend of 5 per share. The firm's opportunity cost of capital is 10%. Use approach to find out the share price at the end of the year. If dividend is not declared, how many new shares to be issued? So now what we can do is, if dividend is not declared, we can use the condition if dividend not declared. Then the second condition is if dividend declared. Third one is number of new shares to be issued. So these three we are supposed to find out. When dividend is not declared, we will use the same formula here. This is the formula we are going to use. So now P1 equal to P0 into 1 plus KE minus DIV. So which means P0 is nothing but current share price, that is 100 given in the problem. 1 plus KE is nothing but cost of equity, that is 10%, which means 0.10 minus DIV. Dividend is 0 here. Why? Because they are not declaring the dividend. So which means dividend is not given. So now 100 we can write as it is. 1 plus 0.10 means 1.1. So 100 into 1.1 means 110 rupees. The share price is 110 rupees. When dividend is not declared, the share price is 110. Now what happens to the share price if dividend is declared? The same formula we are supposed to use here. So now in this case, the current share price again 100 into 1 plus KE, again 10% means 0.10 minus dividend. Dividend they are declaring here. Dividend is rupees 5. So now this, if you simplify, 100 into 1.10 means 110 minus 5. 110 minus 5 is 105. That is, when dividend is declared, that time the share price is 105. Then the last one is, we need to find out how many new number of shares to be issued by the company when if he wants to make an investment from this. So now we can find out that the new number of shares, how to find out is from this value we need to find out this M value we need to find out. Then P1 is nothing but price of the share when dividend is declared, that is 105 equal to I. Investment is how much investment the company wants to make is 20 lakhs. So 20 lakhs minus X is nothing but the net profit or net income, that is 10 lakhs minus N. N is nothing but number of shares. Number of shares is 1 lakh multiplied with the dividend per share is 5 lakhs. So we can simplify again. M into 105 equal to, so this one if you just multiply this one, this comes 5 lakhs and 10 lakh minus 5 lakh is 5 lakhs. Then 20 lakh minus 20 lakh minus 5 lakh is 15 lakhs. So the value comes around here is 15 lakhs. Now we need to find out the value of M. M equal to 15 lakhs divided by 105. So we can divide these two, 15 lakhs divided by 105. The value comes around 14,286 shares. 14,286 shares. The new number of shares the company have to issue so that to make an investment of 20 lakhs with the present level of net profit as well as the number of outstanding shares and the current dividend of rupees 5.